Happy 4th of July weekend. What are you guys doing for the weekend? What are you guys doing for the weekend? Right now, I'm heading over to my buddy's house, my best friend, my brother, and his fiance. They're having a barbecue, and I have my tummy empty. So, but I wanted to get on this live because I noticed that the live that I did last, I think 2 days, 3 days ago, got some traction, got about 25 views. So it looks like people are interested in what I talked about, and which is good, which is good. And I noticed that my video that dealt with the train stations, the standalone video, also got some traction as well. So I wanted to continue talking about different things you can do to generate money with rideshare, with Uber and Lyft. Now, let me put this out here. This is not guaranteed that you're going to get a trip right away at the train station. It's just a suggestion. It's merely a strategy that I use that you can use as well. But it doesn't guarantee a trip, so I don't want anybody coming back to me saying, he said I will get a trip. It's guaranteed. Putting it out there. I'm going to make a video talking about that as well so people can understand that it's guaranteed. Anyway, moving on. There was a comment that was put into that live. I'm sorry, into the trails, that video. And I want to respond to it here. I'm also going to respond by text because I don't want to disrespect the guy. He deserves a reply. But I'm gonna put it here now since I'm driving. But what I want to explain is this: is that one of he said was, and I wish I could pull it up and show it right here on the screen. But he said that, or she said, either or whatever. So they wanted, if we were at the airport, is to tell everybody at the airport to shut down their apps. Of course, like when the planes are landing, you guys will calculate, of course. Communicate to all the drivers in the parking lot, tell them to shut their app off at a certain time, so then the search could go up. Now, I've been hearing this for the past 4 years. Shut your apps off in areas, so then you could get the search to go up. The reason why this has been the talk of the town, because in DC, drivers have done this successfully, where they have manipulated surge. I will say this to you now. Think about manipulating surge. It don't really sound good, especially Uber and Lyft. They own the apps and they have rules and regulations that may adhere to. So please read the terms of service. Now, I'm not saying not to do it, because at the end of the day, you can do what you want. You're an independent contractor and could do whatever you want to. All I'm saying is that if Uber comes after you or Lyft comes after you, just be aware. That's all I'm saying. But he was talking about telling everybody at the airport to go shut down the app so the search could go up, because the amount of dollars that we're getting per fare. I agree that the fares that we're getting from Uber and Lyft are disrespectful. Yes, they are. I show my friends. I got a group that I'm in. I show them screenshots of Lyft requests that come through people that I know or people that I see a group of Lyft requests that are just disrespectful. 100 miles for $30. You know, things like that. Uber disrespecting even me as a driver would pay such as $5 for 35 minutes. Not something that you want to see. It is just unacceptable how Uber does this. Now, what they said was, in return, you will see the beginning of the pickup and the end of the pickup. So I can see why they needed to make this business move to entice people to stay on the platform and to feel like they have some type of freedom. But in the end of the day, the money's not adding up. It's really hard. You really need to be out in the field to make this money. So to reply to him, he also did mention the person that commented in the video. He did say it's not about getting trips. Well, I'm gonna say this, sir. Well, we're in a slow time. You need people to be in your seats. And I'm gonna borrow this from CEO Driver, Kimberly from CEO Driver. When she was in the rideshare thing, she would always say you need asses in the seat. You need people to be in the seat to generate the money. Because what happens is you could be driving all over the place and not get one single trip. You gotta strategize. Now you might be in a hot market that where you turn on your app, you get a trip right away. That's not the case in many markets. So I'm just talking to those who may want to use this strategy. Now, also my opinion about talking to people about turning off their apps. If you can make rapport with people at the airport, which I've noticed people don't really like to talk to each other at the airport anymore. There's been this divisive thing amongst Uber drivers and Lyft drivers. Everybody has their own group. I noticed at the airport. If you're able to do that, hey, that's you. Just do what you want. I'm just saying, be careful. Read the Uber and Lyft terms of service of doing such things purposely. That's all I'm saying there. And at the end of the day, of course, you're an independent contractor. That's why I'm saying you can do what you want. But I want to talk about this here, guys. Strategize at plazas. 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 Grocery stores that are connected with dentistry, doctor's offices, whatever you want to throw in there, spas, whatever you want to throw in the plaza, go to the plaza. In my opinion, this is my strategy that I've done. Do what you want. Wait at the plaza. Use Google Maps. And right now I'm driving, so I really can't show you Google Maps on the Tesla screen at the moment. But use Google Maps to go ahead and look when it's busiest as times, and look at when it starts to die down. So you got your peak, right? It starts to go up. Google tells you the trends. It goes up, then it goes down. When the trend is going down in the plaza you're looking at, and I'm gonna do a video on that so you guys can have an idea. People are either leaving work, or they're done shopping, or they're done with whatever activity they needed to do at the plaza. Strategize your trips, and that's where I think people need to really understand when it comes to these slower times. Stop trying to be at the airport. In my opinion, if you're gonna go to the airport, if Uber allows you, if you get what's called they usually send me the notification to head to the terminal. If you go into the queue and it says head to the terminal, that's the time you could go to the airport because it's busy. You get in and you get out. Don't wait at the airport. When I go to the queue at the Fort Lauderdale airport and it shows me Uber X 150 cars, and it doesn't give me that dialog box that says head to the terminal, I'm leaving. I'm not staying at the airport. I don't have time to wait at the airport. I used to wait at the airport. I remember my second year, had just got off work, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait at the Miami International Airport, and I waited for 5 hours on Uber X in my Chevrolet Impala. I even took a little nap, and this was overnight. I would never do that again. Maybe I'm at the airport if I'm waiting for a premiere for a test. Other than that, no. The trip that I got, that was my second year Uber. The trip that I got when I waited five hours was a trip from Miami Airport to the hotel down the street. Never again will I do that. And then I remember I got my XL. I got into Uber XL 3 years ago. I waited for XL at the airport. I would never wait for XL at the airport. It is not worth it. Literally, the trip was $15, and I waited 6 hours for that. Never again. So I do not wait at the airport. When they tell me to go get to the terminal, I'll go to the terminal. It says somebody is here. Whoever it is, hello, how are you? Welcome to the live. If you could put a comment or say, oh, you actually got off. Okay, the person got off. Not sure what happened. Well, I'm back to zero. That's all right. That's okay. One day, this live is gonna have full of people that I could to talk to. But yeah, look at the plazas, guys. All right, not McDonald's. Sorry, Publix, Winn-Dixie, whatever ones you got in your neighborhood across the country. I think HEB is one as well. That's in the Northwest. Be in those areas. Stage there. Basically, you're waiting there. Make that your waiting area. If I were you, get you a nice notepad. Write down areas that you believe are gonna have more of an impact of getting more trips. Please do so. And also, listen. Talk with your friends. Talk with your buddies who do Uber and Lyft. You got to get a good group of people that's going to encourage you to make money. And what I noticed with the Uber and Lyft side of things, we do have a lot of people in this field that are very negative. There's always something negative about something. I don't know what it is. Somebody's always getting upset. Yes, Uber and Lyft, they have a lot of things that they need to work out with the drivers. I mean, let me just talk about this for a moment. When Uber did their IPO, I don't know if you guys watch the CEO, Dara DK, and CNBC said, "What do you say to those drivers?" Look it up. It's on the YouTube. What do you say to those drivers who has this feedback or complaints when it comes to making money or the safety or the risk with Uber? Something along the lines. You know what DK response was? It works for some people, and it doesn't work for it works for some people, and it doesn't work for others. Okay. So what I'm saying to you guys is, hey man, this is a business. Borrowing from the Simple Driver. So I used to watch the Simple Driver back in the day, where he was doing Uber, when he was doing his basically his Uber website. This is a business. And, I realized that Simple Driver was making a lot of money on referrals, um, which would have been great for me because I was around the time when Uber gave us business cards to give to customers. And I never thought about that. I never did. So I lost out on that. And this is a business. Go to Google. You can look at your events. I'm gonna maybe do a video. What I should do is a video on plazas. And we'll sit down on the computer, do a screen share. I should have brought my laptop to the barbecue and do something like that, but I'm gonna focus on eating. Um, do a video on the plazas and showing you guys what I look at when I'm looking at trends and how markets, how that particular plaza, how many people start to leave and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, guys, we gotta strategize. We're in the summertime. We have a lot of drivers here in South Florida. In your area, if you're packed, you gotta be in areas that are uncommon. That meaning that drivers are not in there, and that you can actually meet your goal for the week or for the day or whatever. That's why I said you can make an extra $50 to $75 with train stations for the week, because that's exactly what I did. I was at the Brightline station, the tail end, the first station that they built in Miami, in downtown Miami, and I made an additional 50, I think $60 just being at the train station. And I let that person take me whatever, and then I start driving on X. Sometime I'll turn off X depending on where I am. So, but yeah, guys, try to find a good group of people that you can talk to. Cut out the negativity amongst Uber drivers. A lot of people want to talk about how bad Uber is. Yes, we've been hearing this story a lot. The thing is, when it comes to capitalism, you got good capitalism, you got bad capitalism. Uber is like 50-50 because as a driver, when I drove in 2021, I made so much money. I made a lot more money than I would when I was at the job I'm working at now. However, it's not like that anymore because they control the pay. When they had all them bonuses in 2021 and them streaks, you could get out and make 500 a day on X. And I'm not talking about Premier or Premier SUV or Black or Lux Black. If you were in Florida and you had a Toyota Corolla and your name, your first name was Poppy, and you were on Facebook. I don't know, this guy watches my channel, but it's a guy on Facebook named Poppy something. He was doing 500 a day in his Corolla. He made for the month $15,000. So that was money back then, but now they gotta strategize. All right, I'm lollygagging. I'm stringing my words out. I'm still online right now with the Uber. I'm on Premier only. And if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead into the comment section below. I'm gonna reply to them soon. When I get to my friend's house, I'll go on I got my, you know what? I think I got my tablet in the back, and I'll just answer everybody's questions and stuff. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. By the way, guys, subscribe to the channel and like the channel. I always forget to say that because I really want people to subscribe on their own, but I forget to say that even with my former YouTube channel, I forget to say that. Yeah, so subscribe to the channel and like the video or dislike it. Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.